Ray didn't play.
Oh, he plays, didn't he, Ray? I think the piano.
I asked him if he plays.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Here she goes.
So, I'm sorry you all had to come here today. So, if many of you do not know, Ray is considered my work husband. And my husband knows that already, so that's okay. But Ray and I have been together, this is 27 years. And I might add that, usually in a divorce you get something for the settlement. I got nothing.
Randy,
So I'm,
peace and quiet.
okay, there you go. By the way, the cake, that was Bruce's doing, so if any of you guys got to see the cake, Bruce came through and that is awesome. It's hard for me to talk to you while you have a camera pointing at you. I'm just saying. Just sit down. Man, I tell you. So anyways, it's kind of bittersweet because Ray's going to be leaving us. So we're saying, yeah, my mom always told me that it's never goodbye, it's see you later. And that's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's right. It's not.
Makes me cry. Here's a tissue. You're going to smear your piece on you.
So anyway, hi, I'm Randy. If I don't know you, I should, but I know you most of all. It's been a long and winding road, I mean, it's been about, 15? It's been 15 years now? Yeah. Of those 27, and sharing that with Ray, Ray taught me about patience and peace and quiet, because that's what it's about a lot of times. So I honor that, and an old hippie like Ray, and I grew up chanting power to the people, and I think he did in a way too. So I honor that, and I just want to thank you so much for everything you do. Everything, from the tie-dye rainbows, to the peace symbols, to the beautiful little Christmas cards every year. It's all been out of heart, and I thank you for that. Okay? So, unlike a wake or a memoriam, we won't have people come up here and speak, because Ray's right here, and I'm sure you're going to party all night with him. So, thank you guys for being here and being part of this wonderful tribute, and thank you, Pat, for organizing the ukulele players. We're going to stand up. Maybe you didn't know, but Ray would either bring in a banjo, a ukulele, some 3-stringed instrument, something that he would bring in to play for us. So over the many years, and the piano. So it was always such a gift. So anyway, thank you, Ray, for everything. Do you want to say something?
Yeah.
Hello. I just can't say how much a great experience it's been here. It's like a conspiracy. Again, it's been such a privilege to work at the City of Huntington Beach. I work with, through private transportation companies and in my working career, to be with a non-profit. I have my own. I hope everything develops nicely. But to finish my working career with a non-profit is just a special gift. I think to work with the volunteers and the staff, everybody dedicated to making this program work, and that's been my goal, is to make sure this happens. I think we all looked at where some of the rides that we give to the community, to the passengers, in terms of a private company was to do it, would be almost $50 a ride. We're able to do that for free to the community. That is an incredible gift that we can make the passengers mobile throughout the city. And
Are you sure you wanted to retire today?
but anyway,
It sounds like the passion is still going. So
Oh, it
you're
is,
not
yeah.
gonna let it go. Just saying.
it's just hard because you've done so much for the community, and to let me be a part of it, I think was just such a special gift. And Brandy introduced me to the program, which I couldn't figure out how it would work. She said it would work, so it did. Thank you ever so much. Thank you for coming and just sharing the dance.
So, everybody says, why is he You know, it couldn't be a better place for him to end his career. It's here. I want to talk about him, but I can't. You can do it.
Just
And you will see me around.
That's right. He'll be around, but you know, what I was going to say is he was my guru. I learned everything from this guy. So,
I just need to say that I fed off, after I trained her for about 15 minutes, all of a sudden she was training me, and I have learned a lot too. It's been a great ride. I mean, the journey has just been incredible, and I can't be. I'm so excited for what has happened with the city and what has been accomplished here, and it's been you that made it happen. And you know, and I got to play with a computer and.
the thing is that we do say that this is our game. This is our computer game. You know, everybody plays their video games or whatever, and this is it. And for Ray to end up here with me and you know, and with all of you, is just so unique because we didn't think we could do it.
And it happened. And it's getting bigger, it's getting better, and it's getting more efficient, and we're able to
It's huge.
we're serving the
Huge.
community. And thank you
I'll
guys.
tell you, today I was at CalAct, and it was the last day. So they were talking about senior transportation programs around the state. And we are the hugest volunteer-based program. So what you guys do for our community is amazing. And I'm so fortunate that Ray was able to help with that and help with the growth. And then you guys got to experience that with him.
And again, Ray, you know what?
Their brands were still on fire when their hopes were made to see. Arms were bright and shiny and their heart breathing and free. Oh, bolt of thunder through him as he thundered through the sky. For he saw riders coming hard and heard their mournful cry. Riders in the sky.
Who ordered a funnel? I don't know that all of you really know Ray. I don't even think the family. I don't think the family wants to know Ray.
But he does.
But this is sincere and this is true. This is what scares me. This guy was born in the same hospital that my incredible wife was born in Sioux City, Iowa.
Greatness comes from
So I called the hospital. And I said to the administrator, seriously now, can you look up some birth records? My concern is, you know how babies get switched? And I was concerned that they were twins. And so he said, sure, I'll get back to you. So he looked it up, and about 6 months later, nothing moves quick in a hospital. He called me back and he said, well, I have some good news and some bad news. And I said, all right, let me have whatever you think is important first. He goes, well, I found both of the doctors who delivered both your wife and the desert boy here. And he said they had different doctors and it was different days. And I said, that's great. He goes, well, the reason it was that way was because, you know, your wife had the top obstetrician that we have in the service here at the hospital at that time. And when Ray was born, that obstetrician was looking for a house in Joshua Tree, so he couldn't be there for the delivery. So we had the backup doctor come in, and he was a veterinarian. So he said, but everything went well, and that's why Ray will be moving on. You know, it's hard to believe that this guy was a self-taught musician, because what he does a lot is he watches YouTube. I don't know if that's really being self-taught. You know, they're sitting there, okay, take your thumb and go like this, take your other finger and go like this, and I'm thinking, they're telling him how to play. So, but if you look at his, I guess, armory of instruments, he plays the piano, he plays the guitar, he plays the ukulele, and he plays something, a bandharp, it's a combination, he just got it. Well, he was playing the kazoo, but he couldn't keep up. But this instrument is really kind of should be Ray's main instrument, because it's a combination banjo and guitar. Because he really is, you know, not only, you know, bipolar and schizophrenic, but now he can play both tunes at the same time and solve all those problems. I do have to tell you, though, about a little incident that happened recently to Ray and I were at a local bar one night after, you know, we worked as hard as we could that day, Brandy, and we deserved this. And we were at a bar, and we were sitting down just, you know, chit-chatting about how great it is to work here. And, well, I was chatting about that. He said he was getting out, so he didn't care. But all of a sudden, these two women walked up to the table and started chatting with him, and I'm just sitting there like, you know, a bump on the log. I didn't talk to him, hon. And they were really talking to him, and he came up and said, hey, I have a house in the desert. And they go, you have a house in the desert? Wow, you're kind of special. And the first one said, well, is your house in Palm Springs? And he said, no. And then they said, well, is your house in Indian Wells? He said, no, it's not. Rancho Mirage? He goes, no. It's much better than that. And they go, really? Where would it be? And he goes, Joshua Tree. And one of the women in the back said, he owns a tree? So I paid for the drinks as usual and left. You know, I don't know. We have a little monthly magazine that comes out of the center here, and it's called Outlook. And they wrote up a little story about Ray in there, and it was really little. And I wasn't sure if the person who wrote that up really knew Ray, because they were talking about how kind and sensitive he is, and they obviously have never worked in the same office with him. And I do have to say, though, he has taught me a lot. None of it I could use. But as I see it, I think Ray is going to be around. The only reason he's coming back to help us is probably because of me. He thinks he can out-pun me, But we're going to have a pun off one of these days.
He's always been jealous. By the way, Kelly, she had a full page. I had a little tiny blip after 13 or 14 years, that big.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah. But
On the cover of NARAD.
the thing I've always been jealous of Ray is because when Ray takes a shower in the morning, he takes about 3 seconds to dry his hair, and I mean hair. So, what can I say? Thank you. And Ray.
It's been great here. I want to point out one thing. I don't know if my doctor really was a veterinarian, but he was a commie.
Well,
How do I know that? Because his name was Dr. Commie.
keep your day job.
I have no job.